Nope.
You're quite the night owl, aren't you? Always working until the early hours of the morning. If it's not work, then it's play. Roaming the bars until you are too inebriated to even comprehend the concept
Of night versus day.
that is until you met.
Her.
She came into your life, broke down your barriers, and helped you become a genuinely changed man. The old you is, for the most part,
Dead and gone.
I say most because there are still some remnants of your old life that refuse to perish.
When darkness drapes the
Quiet and safe neighborhood you call home, a twinge of uneasiness still lurks in the recesses of your mind. Sure, you can try to brush it off. Go ahead, distract yourself with work. Occupy your mind with that new Netflix series. Engage your senses in that addicting video game. All of it is simply a temporary solution
to an inevitable problem.
Eventually, fatigue will take over. Eventually, your eyelids will grow too heavy to hold up. Eventually, you'll
Need to sleep.
Oh, but you have her now. Your wonderful fiancée. The loving lady who you hold close throughout your slumber. Under the sheets, body to body, your arms tightly around her sleeping figure. She keeps you safe. As long as you're not alone, nothing can harm you. Unfortunately for you, friend, you knew this day would come. You knew she couldn't be there all the time. You knew she would eventually have to sleep in a different bed.
Then you.
I'll only be gone for a few weeks, she pleads with you, trying her best to reassure your worrying mind. Off she goes to visit family out of the country. You do your best to make it possible to join her. You try to convince her that it's not safe for a young, beautiful woman such as herself to travel alone. You try to appeal to her sensitive side by saying you've been dying to meet the family she is going to visit. You conjure up a sob story about how you don't know if you can stand being away from her for that long.
Every time she shoots you down.
After several days of failed attempts, you give up on trying to persuade her to stay with you. Seeing as how you run your own business, you know it's not realistic to be absent for that long. You slowly but surely begin to accept the reality of the next week. A full 7 days of solitude within the walls of your home. You spend the first few days regressing to the old you. All night you are up, working, or are out drinking with the guys. You try to fit in naps during the day, but are constantly disturbed by the obligations of your thriving business. It's not long until you realize
something's got to give.
The coffee no longer has effect on your drained body. Nothing you tried does. Caffeine pills, energy drinks, even Adderall, all useless. But alas, you made it. Your woman will be returning soon. Or so you thought. You receive a call.
It's her.
She explains that her plane was delayed and she will be arriving late. She's not even sure when that will be. Tears involuntarily form in your eyes as false bravado spews from your lips. You tell her it's no problem, that you cannot wait to see her. As soon as you hang up, the phone drops from your tired hands. The lack of sleep has wreaked havoc on you. You inch your way to your bed, and after fighting it for so long, collapse upon it. After wrapping yourself in the sheets, you focus on the light cascading itself around the room. A long, tired sigh escapes your lungs as you feel your eyes closing. Maybe you've been afraid of nothing all of these years. Maybe the experiences you're so sure you had as a child were all figments of your overactive imagination. Maybe, just maybe, there's nothing to fear. Nothing in the dark. Nothing waiting for its
opportunity.
The last sound you make before finally drifting into unconsciousness is a light chuckle. You stir from your sleep sometime later. You glance over to the clock and realize it's only been a few hours. You also realize the room is now dark. Just as panic begins to spread, you feel a familiar sensation. The loving embrace of your woman. She has her arms tight around you. You smile as you feel her nuzzling up to you, her hair grazing the skin of your face. Things are finally right again. The torments can end. You take her hand into yours as you make a mental promise to never let her leave again. The phone begins to ring. You are annoyed and wonder who could be calling at this hour, but chalk it up to something work-related. It can wait. You need your sleep. As a matter of fact, you are so tired you begin to drift back as it continues to ring. Just before the comfort of stress-free sleep is in your grasp, you hear the answering machine click to life. Hi, baby. My plane just landed. I should be coming home soon. I cannot wait to see you, baby. I love you. Your legs go numb, and your breath gets caught in your throat. The hand you are holding slowly shifts up towards your face. It wraps tightly around your mouth. With the small amount of adrenaline-fueled energy you have, you try to jump out of the bed, but
It's too late.
the other hand is now wrapped firmly around your waist, keeping you in place. You fail to notice how long and sharp the fingernails were on the hand you held as they begin to force their way into your skin. You finally muster up a scream that is muffled by the cold hand of the thing that holds you. The thing that after so many years managed to get you right where it wanted you. The thing that whispers in your ear the last words you will ever hear.
Finally, I don't have to sleep alone.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this week's video. As some of you may know, I got inspiration for this particular story after listening to the Double Toasted podcast. The main host, Corey Coleman, was explaining to the others about a phobia he has of sleeping alone. This is due to the fact that he's convinced something is lurking in the dark, waiting for him to let his guard down. If you want to check out Double Toasted, there's a link in the description. Until next time, stay safe out there. I'll be seeing you in the next video.